Hello. Welcome to Getting Healthy with Coach Paris. I'm Coach Paris with Always on Your Side Coaching. And today I'm going to be showing you guys all kinds of different prep work and different ways that I do things. And today it's pretty much onions and peppers 101. So at the beginning of each month, I buy a 5-pound bag of sweet onions because I like sweet onions the most. I buy a 5-pound bag of sweet onions and I buy a big bag. I go to Sam's, and since today's the beginning of the week and February starts this week, I went ahead and did this. And then I buy the big bag of peppers. So I don't care for green peppers, but this works perfectly fine with green peppers as well. I always buy the big bag of yellow, orange, and red peppers. So what we've done today, and I just figured out that when I do videos like this, I can't flip my camera, so I'm just gonna have to show you everything. So the first thing I do is I chop them all up, and I do some different chops on everything. So I have this right here. So this is all just diced. So I did a big container of diced onions. And then in addition to that, I did bags. These are sliced onions. So we use these a lot of times. I'll grab one of these. I just put these in the freezer. So this is always good. There's always a bowl like this in the refrigerator. And very often our side dish or our vegetable for the evening is onions and peppers. So we'll have these, they'll be dated, frozen, they'll be used up this month, obviously. I will double bag them because sometimes they do kind of come through with the smell. These are good ones, buy good bags. This is really important that you buy good bags, or you can do them in the glass containers as well. Either one works. So then we have these, they're already done. And then I'm gonna see if I can get this to turn and show you. It's really kind of picky. Then I have, there it is. That is my crock pot. I was gonna lift it, but I just decided not to. My crock pot is filled to the top with sliced onions. So I had a purple onion here that I hadn't used. I was gonna pickle it, and then I never did. So I just went ahead and threw that in there as well. And what I'll do is tonight before we go to bed, I'll put a cup of beef broth, salt and pepper, and some garlic powder and Worcestershire sauce. And I will put that in, I will turn it up on low, and I'll put the lid on. And then I'm going to go ahead and let those go all night long. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to have what looks like French onions. And I love them. I love them. They are so fantastic. They're great on steak. They're great in all different side dishes. You can do them as a side dish. There's just it's just really yummy. And we always do this, we also make French onion soup. So when I do this, then they'll all just completely, they get all soft and they're just like onions that you would put over the top of a steak that you'd get at a steakhouse. And then I will take those out, put them in baggies, and then we'll defrost them and freeze them. Sometimes I'll do that with just like turkey meatballs and sauce, or we'll have, like I said, the onions and peppers. We always do that as well. So we have these first. This is the 5 pounds. There's probably 3 pounds in the crock pot. And then in addition to that, I'm gonna have some that are coming right back that I'm gonna cook up tonight. So these are right here. I'll cook them right up, right? Just put a little bit of avocado oil or olive oil in here, salt and pepper, and then I'll keep these in the refrigerator. Tomorrow we're gonna have tacos with ground beef, so I'll just add those to that. It's just kind of an easy way to already have things, because cooking down onions and peppers does take a little while. It really does. So this is just a way to save a ton of time throughout the month. And you'll have all this just amazing side dishes, right? Or you guys know I make rice bowls all the time. This is perfect. Those onions on a rice bowl, amazing. Whether it's a Chinese rice bowl, a Mexican rice bowl, whatever it is, throwing those onions from the crock pot, or just the onions that we've cooked up. All right, so that's how we do the onions. Easy. It took me 5 pounds of onions. Now, mind you, I tell people all the time, you should take a knife cutting class because it really does make a big difference for people. But it took me a half an hour to cut up 5 pounds of onions and all of these peppers. So the next thing I have is I will have just a different variety. These are all just like diced up a little bit. And I'll have these in the fridge that I can add to a salad. I can add them to meatloaf sometimes. What else? Again, fajita rice bowls, right? If I'm doing that for lunch. If I just want to have a vegetable, like just vegetables for tacos with pinto beans, I love that for lunch. So I can also do that. You can cook them or you can eat them raw. Now, with peppers, I freeze them. So the rest of them are all, these are sliced up, these are diced up, and they'll be in the freezer. If you are a raw pepper eater, don't freeze your peppers. Don't do that this way because raw peppers just don't. It just doesn't. Once you freeze them, they're just not, they get real soggy when they thaw out. So again, you can throw one of these in a bag and just keep it in the refrigerator and eat them up throughout the week, which is a fantastic idea, especially if you want to dip them in hummus, any of that. But these are just easy. Then they're a side dish. I pull out the onions and the peppers and we make fajita rice bowls, or we make fajitas, or we make tacos, vegetarian tacos with beans, black beans, pinto beans, burritos, do the same thing. So onions and peppers are quite a staple at our house. And this is just a really simple trick. I love getting these types of things done. Again, I will brown tomorrow. I bought these. I like to just keep walking away from the camera. I bought these 3 and I will brown 2 of these and I will separate them into 1/3 of a pound because my husband and I don't need more than that. If you have a larger family, you might need a whole pound if you're making spaghetti sauce or something like that. If your ground beef is already ground, sorry, my refrigerator stopped closing on its own. If your ground beef is frozen and it's in the freezer and all you have to do is pull it out and then just let it sit out for a few minutes, and then you can just reheat it, throw it into a box or a crock pot with sauce in it, make enchiladas. You can also make the enchiladas ahead of time. So we'll do another ground beef one. I'll teach you all about that and how I use that. I also do it with chicken. I do all this. So my thing is the more things I can prep at the beginning of the month, the least stressful my month is going to be. Because I can go, oh yeah, that's great. I also have a freezer full of frozen vegetables. So very simple. We'll do a video about that one of these days too. So that was my onions 101 explanation. Hope that helped. Hope that made life really, really easy for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the comments. Make sure that you're following me. Make sure you visit my website at alwaysonyourside.com. alwaysonyourside.coaching.com. Make sure that you visit me there, sign up for my newsletter. I send out weekly recipes and often weekly blogs. Lots of information, no soliciting. Also follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, Always on Your Side Coaching, and LinkedIn, same thing, Paris Heinen or Always on Your Side Coaching, anything. But make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our videos. If you have any questions or you want more details, all you have to do is pop this in the comments or pop it in on the Facebook page, anything. I'll answer all your questions. I really love prepping and planning ahead of time, making your life easier, making my life easier, and letting us not have to make so many decisions in one day. Have a great day. Talk soon.